Now welcome back my dear class 11 student. We are going through the chapter accounts from incomplete records. Now last day I have already discussed about conversion of single entry to double entry and what are the accounts you should open to conversion. I have said there is a creditors account, debtors account, bills receivable, bills payable, and you have to open the profit and loss and opening statement of balance sheet and statement of affairs actually and closing balance sheet. Okay. Now it is just like a final account. So most of the cases when it was needed, it is needed for the when there is a if you some small traders or businessmen who are not recording their accounts data actually properly. In that case, when they go to the bank and want to some loan, in that case, bank will not actually take their so-called account that is maintained in diary. And that time, the bank asks them to proper accounts, that is double entry system account, they will be needed. And for that, they have to make this single entry conversion to single entry to double entry system. Now, in that case, you have to first want to learn some missing figure, that is in case of previous method, that is statement of affairs method, you see there is no purchase and sales was there, still we are revealing the profit. But in case of double entry system, you have to maintain some ledgers. Okay, after that you can only build the profit and loss and balance sheet. So first you have to learn what is how you can reveal the missing figures, that is what is the debtors credit purchase, what is the credit sales amount. Okay, this sales purchase bill receivable bills payable amount you should know. After that only we can make the proper account. And what is the profit and opening capital, that's amount you should know first. So some haphazard information will be give to you actually give to you for in your question, and from that you have to make all these things. Now today we will first learn how we can actually reveal out the closing balance, actually not closing balance, actually credit purchase. Okay, how can we reveal the credit purchase? Now some of the figure in your NCERT book, for that we actually take the practical example from your NCERT book, that is question number 16, page number 481. Here you can see find out the credit purchases from the following. Sometimes question can comes like that way, that just find out the credit purchase. So we have to make a ledger account of creditors, and that account we have to identify what is the credit purchase amount. Now here you can see lots of information is given. So first we have to make a ledger account. I am doing it in a T format, but in your examination you have to do in a proper ledger format. Okay. Now in now ledger, you know there is a debit, because we are now doing a single entry to double entry, so there is a debit and credit concept will be there. So here the particulars, and this is the amount rupees. Here also particulars and amount rupees. Now this account is creditors account. Now last I discussed about some of the account, main account we have to open to conversion from single entry to double entry. One of them is creditors. From there what we actually get? We get the credit purchase. Okay, what is the amount of credit purchase? Now here see balance of creditors on April 1, 2016. That is the opening balance. We know creditors account in trial balance where actually you posted in credit side, means this is a liability. Okay. So creditors is our liability, business liability. You have to pay them because from them you actually purchase the thing, goods, whatever you needed. Now, so the balance will be start from the credit side, that is by balance BD. What is the amount? 45,000. And balance of creditors on March 31, 2017, that is the closing balance. That is the closing balance. So, to balance CD. To balance CD, that is 36,000. 36,000. Okay. Now, cash paid to creditors. So, whenever you paid cash, so what is the journal entry? Creditors account debit to cash. Okay. So, cash paid to creditors, we have to write creditor account debit to cash. Now, that is amount 1,80,000 to cash. Okay. Next is check issued to creditors. That also deduct from your bank. So, creditor accounts debit to bank 60,000. To bank 60,000. Now, next is cash purchases 75,000. Now, here the things is cash purchases 75,000. Cash purchase will not come in creditor's account because we know who is the creditor from whom we purchase the goods or any services in credit. Only that person we call the creditors. Okay, so in cash purchase there is no creditors concept. So we already paid the cash to them. So that will not come in creditors account. Discount received from creditors. So discount received is our income. So creditors account debit to discount received. To discount received. Because creditors gives us the discount, so we will deduct the balance of creditors, whatever amount they actually get, from that amount we deduct, and that amount is called discount received. They are giving the discount to us. So to discount received, that is 5,400. Next is discount allowed. Discount allowed concept is not come in the case of creditors, because when we act discount allowed given by us, not by the creditors. Okay, in case of debtors, we give the discount for receiving the money as early as possible. So in case of discount allowed will not come. In case of creditor, discount received will become. Okay, because we are getting discount from the creditors. In case of discount allowed, that will come to the debtors account, because we will give actually discount allowed. Now, bills payable given to creditors 12,750. Bills payable. Now, we issue bills. In case of bill of exchange chapter, we already learned, whenever we issue the bills or bills is accepted by the creditor, then what entry you have to pass? Bills payable given to creditors means we are actually paid the creditors. Okay, so creditors account debit to bills payable. Bills payable is our liability. That is, we can write in short BP accepted. So we deduct the balance of creditors, that is creditors account debit to bills payable. What is the amount? 12,750. Next, return outwards. Return outwards means purchase return. Okay, whatever we purchase, we just return back. That's also deduct the balance of creditors. In that case, creditors account also be debited, as creditor is actually creditor is the liability. So whenever you are debited the creditor's account, that means his balance is deducted. So purchase whatever amount you purchase for goods, suppose you purchase 1000 goods, now you return back 5000 quantity of goods. Now this 5000 amount you do not actually will not pay to the creditors, so you have to deduct the balance of the creditors. So in that case, return outwards, to return outwards. What is the amount? 7500. Now next stage, bills payable dishonored. Bills payable dishonored. One of the bills is actually accepted by the creditor, but you didn't pay, so that's why it is dishonored. So you, in that case, creditor will be, balance will be again high. Okay, bills payable account debit to creditor's account by bills payable dishonored. What is the amount? 3000. Next is bills receivable endorsed to creditor 4500. Now in case of bill of exchange chapter, you already learned whatever bill receivable accepted by the debtors. Now these bills you can endorse, you can transfer to your creditor, and creditor directly get the amount from this debtor whom you actually get the money. Okay, until the debtors give you the money, for whom actually bills payable is a transferable instrument, financial instrument. Okay, actually not financial, negotiable instrument. So whom actually holding the bill, he is entitled right, he actually getting the right to receive the money. So first you issue the bill, and bills received to debtors accepted the bill, and that's bill you just endorse to a creditor. So a creditor should directly get the money from the debtors whom you issue. But in that case, bill receivable endorsed to creditor 4500. So in that case, creditor's account also be deduct, because you are actually paid the creditors to bill receivable endorsed to BR endorsed to creditors. What is the amount? That is 4500. Now next stage, bills receivable endorsed to creditors again, but bill receivable endorsed to creditor dishonored. This time bill you actually, what a bill receivable you endorsed to creditor, but actually this is dishonored, means the debtors whom actually for you whom accepted the bill, now he actually failed to make the payment on the maturity date. So in that case, if the bill is dishonored, that will be again you have to deduct the creditors, actually increase the credit balance of the creditors, that is creditors will not be, amount will not be deducted. So bills payable account debit to creditors, that is bill dishonored. Now bill dishonored, that is 1800. Now return inwards. Return inwards means that is sales return. In case of creditor's account, there is no concept of sales, so that will not come to the creditor's account. Now we have to find out the balancing figure. Now you can see the debit side and just pass sum of debit side and credit side. From there apparently you can see the debit side is more. What is the total debit side? If you sum up 3,06,150. Okay, 3,06,150. Here also you just write 3,06,150. Now what is the, because already closing balance given in the question, so there will be something that will be missing. What is the missing figure? That is the credit purchase, by credit purchase, that is purchase account debit to creditors. By credit purchase, that is the balancing figure, and that will become 2,56,350. Okay, so sometimes in your examination that type of question also come, that find out what is the credit purchase, and they give the informations as haphazardly recorded by the proprietor. Okay, and from that you have to find out what is the balance, what is the actually ascertain the credit purchase amount. Because from credit purchase we actually not getting any cash purchase, because creditors actually, when creditors actually come when we actually purchase the goods in credit. Okay, so no cash purchase concept will be come in here. So that is total. Sometimes you can find out from here what is the total payment you have to make to the creditors. Okay, if credit side will be more, then what is the total payment, that is to bank or to cash, that will you can find out. So in that way you have to find out the credit purchase and balancing figure, and most of this type of item will come to your examination. Now we will see second major account, that is debtors. From debtor we will actually ascertain what is the credit sale, not the cash sale. What is the credit sale? Because debtor only arise when we sell in credit. Now same format you have to make, that is ledger account. I am doing in a T format. That is particulars, amount rupees, particulars, amount rupees. Now that is debtors account, and for that we are taking an example from your NCERT book, that is question number 24, page number 483. Okay, question number 24 from your NCERT book, page number 483. You can find in exercise or the chapter accounts from incomplete records. Now here some of the information they given. From the following details given below, find out the credit sale and total sales. Not only credit sale, you have to find out the total sales also. Now how can we do that? Now here you can see opening debtors. Debtors, you know, debtors is a current asset. You already done the final account. So in the case of balance sheet, where you will actually write the debtors in the current asset, and in trial balance debtor is always a debit balance. So their opening balance will be always be debit to balance BD. that is to balance BD, that is 45,000. Now closing debtors means buy balance CD. Buy balance CD, that is 56,000. Now discount allowed. Now previous question you see the discount allowed we did not take, because when actually discount allowed is expenses, and that's come in the case of debtors. We actually allowed the discount to the debtors, that is 2,500 by discount allowed. That is 2,500. Now there is a sales return. Sales return means debtors will be less. Just opposite will be happen in creditors account. Most of the thing will debited. Whenever creditors will be creditor balance will be less. Anytime debtor balance will be less. In that case also debtor will be credited, because debtor balance is debit balance. Okay, if you credit the debtors, that means its balance will be less. So sales return, by sales return, what is the amount? 8,500. Now next you can see sales irrecoverable amount. Irrecoverable amount means that is a bad debt. So in case of bad debts account debit to debtors. We will not get the money from the debtors, so we are deducting the debtors by bad debts. What is the amount? That is 4,000. Now bills receivable receipt. Bill receivable receipt. So bill receivable account debit to debtors. So we receive the bill, BR receipt. So actually that is payment come to our account. So bill receivable we actually accepted. At that time debtors balance will be less, that is 12,000. Now next is bill receivable dishonored. Whenever bill receivable received, that will be credited. Okay, as debtor balance will be less. So when bill is dishonored, that means debtor balance will be again debit balance. So to BR dishonored. That is 3,000. Now check dishonored. One check actually given by some debtors is dishonored. That is means that is bounce. Okay, so that's also actually debtors balance will not be less. Debtors balance will be intact. So we again debited the debtors and carried the bank to bank check dishonored. That is 7,700. Now cash sale. Cash sale 80,000. In debtors account no cash sale will become, as there is a cash purchase also not come to the creditors account. Next is cash received from debtors. So received from debtors means debtors will be less and we receive the cash. So that is by cash account debit to debtors by cash in the debtors account, that is 2,30,000. 2,30,000. Now next is cash received from debtors, check received from debtors 25,000. That is by bank account debit by bank. That is 25,000. Now there is a nothing else left. So here you can see the credit balance will be more. By balance sheet is the closing balance, that is 56,000. So credit balance will be more, and you just sum up the credit side. That is total of 2,35,000. 2,35,000. 2,35,000. Now what is the balancing figure? That is the to credit sale. Because whenever we sales, what is the entry? Debtors account debit to sales. Okay. So to credit sale, what is the amount? That is from this 2,35,000 you have deduct 25,000, 3,000 and 7,700. That is 2,82,300. Now the question asks here, not only credit sale, what is the total sale? From question you can see there is a cash sale given, that is 80,000. So if they ask you total sales, now you just add the credit sale and cash sale, that is credit sale plus cash sale. Now what is the credit sale? 2,82,200 plus cash sale is 80,000. Now what is the total? Total is 3,62,300. Okay. So easily you can reveal out what is the total sales. That's the way you have to find out the credit sale and total sales also. So this type of question also can come. Here two other main account we have to do, that is bill receivable and bills payable, that you can easily post it, that is we are dishonored it here. So in bill receivable account, debtors will be creditors by debtors account, that is 3,000. When you are receiving the bill, so that is 12,000. So in case of bill receivable account, debtor to debtors, bill receivable account debit to debtors 12,000. There will be opening balance and closing balance also given. In the same time, from creditors account, bills payable account we have to maintain. Now next is, that is all for today. From next day we will do a full conversion, that is we will do the opening capital account, opening actually the balance sheet, from that we can get capital, opening capital. If the opening capital figure is missing, then we have to make profit and loss and closing balance sheet also. Okay. And if they are needed to open any account, that is debtors, creditors, then we have to open the account. And how that will be happen, that will actually I will show you in next day. For today, that is all. Thank you for watching.